Yo, what's going on, guys? We are back today for another video. So, we finally have gotten the update to two different stores in game now. That is the Glory store and the Radiance store. So as you can see, I am max 16 out of 16,000 on Glory in anticipation for this reset. So we're taking a gander. We're gonna be spending quite a bit of Glory today. Tier 7 Basic has been added there as well, so we're going to check that out. And then Radiance. I have some more Radiance to claim from a queue, but I haven't been able to claim it yet because I can't claim the Glory. But yeah, we'll probably spend some Radiance as well. So let's go check things out and go on a little bit of a shopping spree in the buff stores. So I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the new values, that kind of thing, what I'm going to be buying, what I suggest you be buying. So let's jump right in. So, Glory. I don't know if this went down in price or not, but it doesn't matter. I always buy this no matter what, because if you have to do Alliance quest, just being able to finish when, you know, you're busy is huge. So, yeah, I'll always be buying that. I don't think these guys really went down in price. Those look the same. Alright, we got Tier 4 Basic Alloy. I don't believe this was here before, because that's like a very high level relic resort. It's a full one too. Wow. Okay. Because yeah, tier 4, I think. What is that? Is that to take relics? Let me see here. If I wanted to upgrade a relic to rank 3, yeah, you need 3 of these tier 4 basic alloys. So yeah, dude, if you're worried about prestige, getting those tier 4 basic alloys is probably going to be a very, very, very good idea. Let's take a gander how it scales, actually. Let's see here. So the first one, 3,330. Wow, and then it starts to jump up. Oh, man. Jeez. Yeah, so I would say maybe like one of these per reset. You know, if you don't want to get really messed up by inflation. Because, dude, Kabam loves their inflation, dude. Let me show you this other deal. Well, we'll get there. But, yeah. So, if you're interested in prestige, this can be a very good buy. But just beware of the inflation on that guy. 5% tier 6 class catalyst selector. It looks like this got lowered in price. Pretty sure it's cheaper now. That's decent. It's always been pretty decent value to begin with. Just looks like even better value now. The Glory store now got the addition of basic catalyst tier 1 and tier 2. There was always tier 3 basic catalyst, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6 fragments, but there had never been tier 1 or tier 2. You had to do like the daily quests to get those, and I don't think those daily quests are even around anymore. So that's why they put it here, which I love this. I love this, dude. You know, if you want to get up your total base hero rating, you gotta be ranking up all your champs. 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. You know, if you really, really want to get your base hero rating up there, and I do personally, that's what you gotta do. And it's also just great, you know, like if you don't feel like playing the game on any given day, just rank up some champs, get your daily super event done, and you're good. You know, I do that all the time, so. Yeah, I really like that. That's probably one of the biggest W's to this Glory Store update is the tier 1 and tier 2 basic catalyst, which is kind of sad, but yeah. So tier 4 class catalyst, wait, is that 2 now? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was only 1 before. So you're getting double the amount, and I believe the price was dropped by a fair bit. So yeah, I mean, Battlegrounds is a really good place to get tier 4 class catalyst too. But yeah, Glory looks even better for getting that. And Glory wasn't bad for it before. And of course, you know, they had these before, the tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1 selectors. Wait, did they have tier 3? I know they had the tier 1 and tier 2. They probably had the tier 3 as well. I just never bought them because I have so many of these crystals. I've never had to buy them. Just stockpiled. Alright, we have the tier 3 basic alloy as well. This looks like it definitely went down in price. This is pretty decent. 220. Only 220 for 2,300 fragments. And it takes 2,800 to form one. So again, yeah. Dude, Glory Store seems just like the best, one of the best stores, bang for your buck when it comes to relics right now. So if Relics is your jam, you're probably going to like this update. Alright, now we get to one of the best updates as well, and that is Tier 4 Alpha Catalyst Fragments. So this used to be just, like, it was 2250. Or 2,250 amount before for one pack. Now it's 8,200. And before, it was like way more. It was like double or triple or quadruple this price, man. It was so stupidly expensive, and you're just getting peanuts on the dollar. So they drastically lowered the price, and they like almost quadrupled the amount of Tier 4 Alpha that you're going to be getting. So this was probably one of the best straight up buffs to an item that was in the Glory Store prior. I would say this was probably the best update for an item that was in there. And then for new additions, Tier 1 and Tier 2 basics. So this is really good value now. I would say definitely get like at least 3 every single reset guaranteed for 2K. Absolutely, that's a good deal. I would even probably get a 4th one, but then by the 5th one, the inflation is starting to get up there. But even still, if you wanted to, wouldn't even be that bad. Honestly, sure. Buy all 5. It's pretty good value, man. I'm going to be picking those up for sure. Which is great because, you know, the Tier 4 Alpha already was a pretty good value in Radiance. But I don't necessarily want to be spending my Radiance on that. So, yeah. Alright. Tier 1 class alloy selector, that's been there. Some embers, that's been there. Tier 2, that's been there. I don't know about the price. But if you need it, you know, it's there. Use it. Again, relics. This has been there before. That was stuff there before. Alright, we get to another really good update in the store, though. And that is Tier 3 Alpha Catalyst Fragments and Tier 6 Basic Catalyst Fragments. Looks like we've got a little bit of a price discount. And the amount went up. It's about, yeah, it's straight up just about half a catalyst now. Which is awesome, because before it was like quarter, or no, yeah, maybe a quarter before. So I think they like doubled these values. So, and I was already getting like 6-7 of these before. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that. This is my favorite place to get Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic Class frames, because again, that's in the Battleground store, that's in the Radiance store, but I don't want to be spending those specific resources on those materials, if that makes sense. But spending my glory on them, yes, absolutely. This is exactly what I want to be spending my glory on. So yeah, that's a great deal. Gonna be copping that all day long. Looks like, oh yeah, these used to be just one singular crystal, now it's 3 crystals, and it looks like it also got a price discount. So that's pretty decent value. I'll pick up a couple of those, sure. Sorry guys, wasn't able to mute my mic in time there. Okay, here we get to what pisses me off the most in this Glory Star update, and that is the addition of Tier 7 Basic Catalyst Fragments. So, like, I literally said this in my last video, you know, like, what's gonna happen is the same thing that happened with Tier 4 Alpha Fragments. When it's introduced into the store, it's going to be just ridiculously expensive. The purchase limits are going to be, and the inflation on them are going to be so severe, and it's going to be trash. And I knew that. Like, I literally knew that. I said that going in, and still, it's even far worse than I could have imagined, bro. 1675 glory for 1260 fragments. That's peanuts. That is peanuts. And if you want to max this out, bro, it's 13,375 glory. That's almost like a max cap for like 10% of a catalyst. Like, imagine spending your entire glory reserves 1 week. And you get like 10% of one catalyst. And it takes 3 catalysts to rank up a champ. Like, oh, this is so bad. It's so bad. Like, again, I was expecting it to be bad, but this is just garbage, god-awful value. Like, do not buy this. Do not waste your glory on this. If you want to get like 1, sure. But I would not recommend really getting any more than that. You know, unless you're like gonna form your 3rd catalyst and do the rank up. I would spend your glory on other things. You're going to get way better value for other things in the store, especially since some other values have been buffed. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Tier 7 Basic, bro. Oh. And, yeah, it looks like this is new as well. We got some Tier 1 Celestial Alloy Fragments. This is probably going to be a pretty good buy. Yeah, I would cop, like, at least 3 of those. Again, just relics. Glory Store is the best place to come for relics now, it seems like. And, yeah, relics. Your top 30 relics increase your, and impact your prestige. So, prestige is a bigger thing now. So, yeah. Alright, so that pretty much wraps it up. A couple gold crystals too, why not? That pretty much wraps it up for the Glory Store part of this video. It looks like the ISO might have got a slight discount too. Alright, let's go ahead and claim my glory now. Yeah. Alright, nice. Boom. Okay, and then we got some Radiance to play around with as well. Okay. So now, let's go take a peek at the Radiance store. So, right out the gate, what the hell? Why didn't the store reset? You might be thinking like Legacy. The store's not supposed to reset for another 13 days. And yeah, that is true normally. But the store just got buffed. And if you don't believe me, let me show you a screenshot that I took literally yesterday. This was I just took a screenshot of like the older values in the Radiant store. And you can see here that they all had timers on them. There was this was 17 hours before the update, and the timer says 16 hours, 58 minutes, 42 seconds, meaning that all the deals should be resetting in that amount of time, but they didn't. So, yeah, what the hell? What's up with that right out the gate, man? Like, really? But yeah, so I can't even see the units. I don't know if these went down in price or not, but I highly recommend always buying the units. I do. Every single time the Radiant store has ever reset, I have maxed out the units. Every single time without fail, and I will continue to do so as long as I'm playing this game, bro. You always want units. You can never go wrong with units. Units is like the safest buy in the game because you can use them on pretty much everything. So always max out the units, bro. That should be like the first thing you do, in my professional opinion. Units. After you max out your units, then what should you do? Well, then you got options. I would say there's really 3 big best buy values in the store. The first of which is just Tier 7 basic catalysts. You know, if you're working on getting more rank 4s, this is never going to be a bad idea. I'm going to pick one up right now. The old price was 125,000 for the first one. Now it's 100,000. So they dropped the price by 1/5 and just cut out 25,000 Radiance. So that's a pretty substantial change. 1/5, like, I'll take that, man. I'll absolutely take that. It's a good price cut, and I'm glad that I waited for the store to reset, because like I literally wouldn't even have been able to afford this one catalyst before. I would be at 124,350. I would be 650 Radiance shy. Now I have 24,350 extra Radiance I can spend on other things. So yeah, that's always going to be a good buy, Tier 7 basic. And then after that, I would say the Sig Stones are going to be the next best bang for your buck, dude. You can never go wrong with Sig Stones, and I know that the price did get decreased on these. I've already bought some, so again, it's harder to tell with the purchase limits. But yeah, generic Sig Stones are always going to be a good idea, and if you have like champs in every single class that you're trying to Sig up to, then it is actually a better value to just go for the class Sig Stones. Although, you know, you're not going to be able to just funnel them all into one champ like you can with generics, but still, you are getting more overall Sig Stones for less overall Radiance doing it this way. It's just, you got to deal with 6 different classes, but it is technically better value. So, Sig Stones are always going to be a good way to go. And again, with Prestige being updated, Sig Stones are very important. So, it's even more of a reason to be getting Sig Stones, Sigging up your champions. And then I would say just, you know, the next thing is Titan Crystals. You know, if you're an up-and-coming account and you're trying to get new champions, it's not a bad idea to get Titan Crystals. It's not a bad idea at all. And some people will tell you it is, bro. I'm not one of them. I bought 3 Titan crystals last time because the Titan pool is really juicy right now, and there's some champs I really want in there. So for me, that is what determines the value and if you should be buying this Titan crystal. It's based on who's currently in the pool and who are you currently missing from that pool on your own roster. Again, for me, I'm missing Nico. It's one of the best champions in that crystal, you know, so it totally makes sense for me to buy some Titan crystals together. And from a YouTuber perspective as well, I can make some videos if I'm opening up some Titan crystals. So that is something to consider for myself, and maybe for you if you want to make videos, you know, or something, do a little crystal opening for your alliance or what have you. So yeah, again, Titan crystals, it's really going to depend their value based on the current Titan crystal and on your own roster. But if both of those line up, I think it can be a very good buy. But again, it depends. Whereas it's pretty much never going to be a bad idea to get tier 7 basic, and it's pretty much never going to be a bad idea to get 6 stones. It's never going to be a bad idea to get units. I would say those are the top 3 best buys. And then a Titan crystal, depending again on those factors. And then also just tier 4 alpha. We mentioned this earlier, but this has always been a really great spot to get these materials. Like honestly, I'll probably scoop up 3 of them right now. And yeah, I think the price got lowered a decent bit on that too. So yeah, tier 4 alpha is a great value. So yeah, definitely gonna be picking those up. And then here we got some tier 4 basic alloy fragments as well. If you would rather spend some Radiance than Glory, again, it all depends how you want to manage your resources and what you want to spend on which. But Radiance can be a good avenue for relics as well. And then, did the Deathless Piece Selector go down at all? Let's see, it's 56,000. Let me see, I took a screenshot of it before. Let me see what that was at. No, that one didn't go down at all. What about the regular boost? It was 4,500 before, still 4,500 now. So yeah, it looks like some things just did not change at all. We did get the addition of the champion selector here, which, you know, is actually kind of cool. But something to keep in mind is that every single one of these champions is going to be going into the basic pool come, I think it's December, before the end of the year for sure. So you can waste 125,000 Radiance picking any one of these champs if you want to. If you really want someone in here, you know, that's a good idea. Go for it. But if you got some patience and, you know, maybe there's not really a whole bunch of good stuff for you in the basic crystal right now, maybe you don't really know what you'd even want to do if you had like some class crystals, you know, maybe just wait. Just wait. But wait, no, all these guys are already in the basic, aren't they? Yeah. These guys are already in the basic. So that's even more reason. It's the other champs that are going to be getting added to the basic pool soon in December. Other pools. Yeah, these guys were already added. My mistake. I forgot they were already added because I've already tried to go for them with my class crystals. To no luck. I'm missing a lot of these, like missing Moment, missing Quicksilver, missing Longshot. Okay, so I have 3 of the 6. So yeah, if you really wanted one of these and don't just want to be patient and wait to get them out of the basic pool, the option is there. I wouldn't personally recommend it, but again, if it's one of your favorite champs and you want to get them, go for it. Go for it. This game's about having fun. If you can get your favorite champion, then it's a very good value, you know? So yeah, I would say those are some of the biggest updates to the store. Tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha did go down slightly. I think they were like just over 5k before. Again, these were never a bad value, but I'd rather be spending glory on them, and especially with the glory store being buffed, I'd just rather be doing that. I would say though, this is probably one of the top 5 best values as well. It's just not the biggest deal when it comes to ranking up champions. Like, it's not that hard to come by tier 6 class catalysts currently, and there are other ways to get them. Battleground store is pretty decent value. Glory store you can get some, but if you need like 5, 6 catalysts to rank up a champion, you can't get that in any other store. You have to come to the Radiance store and just go like that. And I mean, to get 6 tier 6 class catalysts for 6,000 Radiance, that you're not going to find a better deal pretty much anywhere else in game. So yeah, if you need T6 CC, Radiance store is probably going to be the best way to go, and it doesn't even feel bad because it's such a tiny amount of your Radiance. It's like, okay, that's fine. Like right now, after doing all my spending, I have like barely any Radiance left. I can still get this deal 3 times. I don't think I can get it at 4. I can get it at 4. I get it 4 times. That's pretty insane, dude. That is actually pretty insane. And then this deal, this deal went down a bit, I think, just to keep in line with the value on this deal. So it's not a bad idea to get like 1. I'd say don't get more than 3 of this deal, because then you're going to start getting hit with that inflation. But like in the first 3, it's very reasonable. If you just, if you're anywhere from 1 to 18,000 fragments away from forming Catalyst to get you an X rank 4, I think this deal is totally fine to buy up to 3 times. But again, just be cautious of the inflation after a few purchases. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video, talking about the big updates and buffs to the Radiant store and the Glory store, and spending the bulk of my resources. Were down to 8,000 Radiance and 11th. I mean, still got a good amount of Glory, but I had like so much stockpiled, so I'm just going to be saving that for when the store resets next time. And just pretty much rebuy everything that I already did buy. So yeah, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. And yeah, I hope you all have a great, wonderful, blessed day. And let me know what you think was the #1 best deal updated or added to either the Radiant store or the Glory store. What are you most excited to be spending your resources on? I'd love to hear. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.